Okay, we're going to learn how to align two or more figures and also how to change the dimensions while two figures are grouped. So first of all, notice that my roof and my body of this are not aligned correctly. So I'm going to highlight that figure and I'm going to ungroup it using the Ungroup button. Now, in order for me to align these, I try to line them up pretty well. It doesn't have to be perfect. And now I'm going to highlight both at the same time and come up to the Align button. Now the Align button is only available when you have two or more figures selected. So if you only have one figure selected, the button will not be available. I'm going to click on the Align tool. Now, this means that I will align everything in the middle vertically, and it gives you a preview of what it looks like, but you can just click there. That's not what we want. So I'm going to click back using Control Z. I will undo that. You have to click off it and then hit Control Z. Okay, so let's try that again. I'm going to highlight it, click the Align tool. So if we don't want it vertical, what do you think? Do we want this aligned sideways or front and back or more than one of those? Well, I think it needs to be aligned sideways. And I also think it needs to be aligned widthwise here. So I'm going to click there. Now, when they're grayed out, when these buttons are grayed out, it means that it is aligned. So this is now aligned lengthwise and widthwise, but not vertically, which is fine. So now that all of this is aligned the way we want, and we're actually going to drag around and make sure it's exactly like we want, and look at that, it's perfectly aligned. So it'll print on the 3D printer beautifully. Now I'm going to click away from the figure to turn off the Align button. Now I want to group this as one object. So I'm going to highlight it and go back to my Group button and click Group. Now this is one figure now, and if I want to make any changes to the dimensions, I can do that as one figure, which is easier than changing two figures and trying to get it all together. So once I highlight it all, I can just drag it. I can click on the dimensions here. Maybe I want this to be a 50 by 50, which will make it a square bottom. So that's 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters, or same as 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters. Maybe I want the height. So this one up here is the height. Maybe I want that to be only 20 centimeters, really short. I can type that in and hit enter. That's it for this video.